Well, hello everybody. Today's video takes us to Colorado to experience the 2023 Yamaha Grizzly 700 in celebration of 25 years of Grizzly production. But before we start today's video, I wanted to let you guys know that we will be on our annual dune trip to Little Sahara, Oklahoma on October 12th, 13th, and 14th. So put those dates in your calendar and we'll definitely be doing some group rides and it should be a good time. So until then, you guys enjoy today's video and we'll get back to the start of the ride.
Trying to just go over some basics on the controls here. Rear brake, front brake, pretty easy. Four-wheel drive system is on this switch over here. You rock it to the left if you want to switch between two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive limited slip, and you rock the guard to the right if you want to activate four-wheel drive lock. There's really no need to use it out here, but feel free to play around with it. Override button on the left here if you are in four-wheel drive lock and you want to go over 25 miles an hour. You'll have to hold the button down the whole time in order to go past that speed limiter. You've got your standard, your cookie jar, sealed storage here. Got your center storage. Probably one of the best things, by moving the fuel filler over here, we're able to make the seat longer. So now we've got a longer, narrow section here, so you can kind of move up. More aggressive riders, you can kind of get off to the side, no problem. Foot pegs, these are the only accessories we've put on all of the units here. These are the GYTR. They're 10 millimeters taller and 60 millimeters wider than standard. These definitely make a big difference in grip.
We were already talking with some of the guys here about power steering. These are true ATV trails. They are incredibly tight. You're gonna notice the precision of the steering. Again, our steering ratio, our EPS, the balance of the EPS, not making it too light, really balance positive and negative feedback. Really let the dust die down, just so you can see there's little tree roots everywhere, there's rocks sticking out from the side of the trail. All these trails are cut out of the side of the hills. They follow the contours of the terrain so nicely. They're just so well laid out. But the great thing about these trails is there's not a lot of intersections. So we're gonna be able to go for quite a ways. It's not gonna be every 2 minutes stopping. So
even as we take off, right when we get to the beginning here, just give yourself a good amount of time for everyone to go in between, because they're gonna get some photos and videos just on the way out. And after we pass the photo video, guys, just keep on riding, just keep that gap going, because we're just gonna continue on after that, and we'll plan a couple of stops along the way. The sign out front, there's one that shows the trail maps, like I was talking about, the Outdoor Access Initiative. You can see the logo on there if you guys are interested. Otherwise, these are awesome, fun trails. Looking forward to getting everyone out there and testing the Grizzlies, see what they can do. And they're so much fun. And I'll shut up and we'll get to riding then, if that's the case. Unless anyone has any questions. Yeah,
Sweet.
If everyone's good, then go ahead and get geared up, get some snacks and drinks, and if we have...
All right, there they go. I'll funnel in somewhere. First ride on a standard Grizzly 700. This will be interesting, man. I'm very excited. Okay, we are here at the Rampart Range in kind of central Colorado. We're maybe a half hour south of the Denver suburbs, I guess you could say. Never been here before. This is the 2023 Yamaha press ride event for the Grizzly 700, the 25th anniversary. And they weren't kidding. This is a 50-inch wide trail. This is my first ride in Colorado. Got the machine in high gear. They got a nice digital display on here. You can really feel the engine braking right off the get-go. Got camera and photo guys right there. Ray and Dave, I want to say. They're taking pictures for us. Got an awesome crew. Lots of journalists here. And we're gonna take it easy to start this ride because I'm not used to this machine. I gotta kind of learn its quirks. So as usual, when I go somewhere new, I actually don't really do a lot of research on it. But just some random facts. This trail system is supposed to be about 200 miles worth of trails. And it's gonna vary and range from 7,000 to 9,000 feet. Obviously we're on kind of essentially bench cut right now. So this motor is the same one that's in the Raptor 700. I'm assuming it's tuned or at least set up a little differently because it's got an automatic transmission, maybe geared a little bit lower. So I have yet to even give it close to half throttle. Very comfortable ergonomics. The seat is ultra plush. They actually designed the seat on this, I was told, to kind of encourage you to be in that more active riding position. So you'll kind of be doing a mix of standing and sitting on this machine, and you can kind of get forward over the handlebars a bit on it fairly easily. But so far, first impressions in the first few minutes here is very easy to ride machine, but as they said with this place, you know, respect the trail. You know, get a feel for this machine before I start to really, hopefully, kind of get on the gas a bit more. There, I got on the gas a little bit there. Very pretty trail so far. I'm assuming this is going to be a lot of what we're doing today. Kind of techie there. The engine braking's really subtle, and then, like I said, these have power steering. So the power steering is like adaptive. It changes to how you're riding. It also, I want to say, changes when you have four-wheel drive on. These do have a bit more body roll than a sport ATV, so that's probably my main thing I'm noticing at the moment. Man, the engine braking is awesome though. Just really lets you focus on the terrain. You just let off the gas a little bit. Very, very user-friendly. And the power steering has feedback. You can feel the terrain, but it's also very effortless. Oh, this is sweet. Look at this. All the rocks. It's just beautiful. Go over some of these routes. Very nice. Woo! Kind of stuffed the front end there. Wow, so awesome. You gotta pay attention on a trail like this, but it's like Pat was saying, this is so cool that this is all quad trail. You know, it's such a rare thing these days. Side-by-sides have widened everything. Side-by-side trails tend to ride a little differently. This is just a lot more twisty and turny than it would otherwise be. I'm pretty amazed at how limited the feedback is. I mean, I've got four-wheel drive on, and there's no fighting it. You know, you can kind of feel it here and there a little bit, but it is very composed. Everything feels very balanced. This machine has just been honed in over time. Those are deep. Kind of doubled one. Wow. Such fun trail. A lot like a mountain bike trail, actually. We've been trucking along pretty good, and I'm not feeling very fatigued. Whoa! Oh, looks like we're at an intersection. Look at that. Whew. That is some active trail. It's not technical, but you gotta pay attention.
First time on the Grizzly?
Yeah. I'd say the thing I'm noticing the most is probably the engine braking. Yeah, it's very, you don't have to really use the brakes much, but it does slow down really quick. I like the techie stuff when we come up over a rock or something, or we're riding in between something. Yeah.
Then you really
got to pay attention. Here's my whip. There's Dirt Obsession. Got TFL Off-Road, Pat, and Charles from Rocky Mountain.
Yeah.
Looks like we've gone 5 miles. I'm gonna put it in two-wheel drive for a bit. I kind of want to get a sense for the power steering with it in two-wheel drive, because then it's not fighting that four-wheel drive, and it does feel lighter, actually, which I kind of like. Definitely kind of transforms just going from 4-wheel to 2-wheel. Woo! Woo! Little air. It's kind of nuts. Ooh. Whoa. Hey, some mud. Man, these trails are so cool, dude. Hey, got a little power slide action there. Starting to feel more confident on it. Woo! Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow, this is so cool. This would be a pretty wild place to ride a sport quad. It's not like it's super rocky, but man, you gotta respect some of these corners, that's for sure. That was cool. A little bit of room to slide. Whoa! Oh! Those whoops were a little too big for the Grizzly. I'm definitely feeling a bit more sporty with it being in 2-wheel drive. Steering is definitely lighter. Just feels a little more edgy, if that makes sense. With the 4-wheel drive on, it's very planted. Hey, biggest straightaway yet. I hit 30. Did you see that? I hit 30 miles an hour. Woo! Dude, this trail, it's getting better. Good sight lines. Very active, but so fun. I feel like I fit on here really good. I mean, if you're a big person, you would still probably fit on here pretty fine, but I just feel very relaxed and comfortable. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Stop for a sec. Wow. Holy cow. This is the definition of adventure. It is so cool to be somewhere where it's Class 1 trail, and this is a fairly dangerous place to ride, so it's nice not to see them, you know, having bubble wrapped the place. You know, you can really test your abilities. Definitely an appropriate trail system for an advanced rider, as well as a new rider. As long as you stay within this machine's limits, it can handle everything just fine, but you don't want to come into some big whoops at speed with this. Wow. Cool downhill. We're going that way?
Yep, go ahead. Oh, wait.
I was hoping to follow you.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm tired of having no one in front of me. So if you want to go, I'll just kind of follow you out here.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, look at this. Cool, but a little sketchy. Engine braking though, man, very nice. Wow. Such fun trail. Seems like we're on a pretty good descent here. Some pavers in the trail. The braking is definitely better, like Pat was saying, with the 4-wheel drive on. So the 4-wheel drive, when everything's connected, if you grab the rear brake, it does help slow down the front end too. This would definitely be a Raptor trail. I don't think I'd want the 450 at a place like this. It'd be getting hot. like they did a little bit of a clear cut here. Another epic view. So cool. There's like some houses up here. There's a cabin over there. Some snow-covered peaks in the distance. I know, it's so awesome. Wow, trail splits off and goes down there. They've got numbers on their signs so you can at least somewhat identify, but really like how limited intersections there are. You don't have to worry about the group getting split. We just stay on the trail. We're climbing again. On the gas a bit. Nice to get on some straightaways. See what the machine can do under some power. Wow, this might be the best climb yet, dude. So cool. What are we doing? We're driving up a mountain. That's what we're doing. Turning a little more body English in some of these spots where it's needed. Wow, very cool. Whoa, biggest jump yet. Very plush. Go through some of these mud spots. I'm digging this like ridgeline riding. I mean, all this downhill stuff, you really don't have to use the brakes. I haven't used them at all right now, this whole thing. So cool. So easy if you need to use one hand for something, or if you gotta adjust something, fix something, grab something. Oh, look at this. Over the rock. That was sweet. Technical. Oh, I'm really glad I didn't take that inside line. There's a gnarly rut there. Dirt bike rut. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, I barely made that corner. Another parking lot up here. It is so nice. That was cool going over that big rock. Yeah, I like that. Now I miss the shade.
I know.
It is. And it's harder to see in the dust. A little bit of air. Big air! Ho-ho-ho! A little more erosion on this trail. I'm a bit envious to those that live around here. Definitely a very Colorado-esque ride experience. This is kind of what I was hoping for and expecting. Just a big mountain bike trail for ATVs. Wow, so cool. Slow down. So I put the four-wheel drive back on. I'm going to leave it on for a bit. Kind of see if my opinion's changed a little. Oh, exposure! Yes! A cliff. Oh. This is what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Love this.
It's gorgeous.
It is. It's so fun. Kind of techy with some of like the washouts and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to stay on your toes. Yeah, it's been fun. Kind of liking having the four-wheel drive on for some of this because the front really pulls itself along then. Who's backing a quad up? Come on, let's get it up on the rock.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's considered off trail or not.
I don't think you're going to tear anything up on there. Wow. Epic. So cool. This is home for you, man.
Yeah, this is like our backyard.
Don't take it for granted.
No, never do.
And we're back on the adventure. We've only gone 15 miles. What a maiden voyage for some of these quads. Most of them are brand new. What a cool place to bring them. Whoa! Rock jump. Woo! What do we got here? A little tree down. Looks like we're going through some rocks. Thank you so much, Yamaha, once again for including me on this. This is such an awesome experience. It's a place I might not have came anytime soon or ever without you guys inviting me, and that's so priceless. So excited to share this with my followers. Very active, super fun though. Enough wiggle room to not be like uncomfortable, but technical enough to keep you focused at all times. Whoa, look at this. Wow, this is some very cool terrain we're going through right now. Where I'm from, the undergrowth in the woods, the vegetation gets so thick you can't see anything. It's just so satisfying to be able to see. You know what I might have to do? I might have to try a donut one of these times. A little more center rut erosion. Those like to grab tires. I like how the trail has kind of evolved as we've gone. Obviously there's more than one trail loop that we could be on, and they scouted this. So great job, guys. Woo! Slow down for this. Wow, look at this. It's all recessed into the ground. Oh, cool, man. Wow. This is awesome. What a crazy downhill. This may be a fun uphill. Look at that dual bermed corner there. Such cool terrain. Kind of getting back down here a little bit. The woods is getting a little thicker. It's nice that these have full underbody protection, especially on the A-arms through the creek. Fun. Love that. Climbing is where it's at, man. They have found a way to make this place fun descending though. Oh man, this is a sweet trail, dude. A very good root impact. Solid feedback, but no problem holding on from the power steering. That was some of my favorite trail that we just went up. I don't know if this whole trail is called 686. It's really fun, flowy sections through there. A little bit of a buck there. Whoa! Outside line. Got some speed. I saw 30. Whoa, that was crazy. Tire just totally dropped into that rut. Yes, I'm digging this. What do we got here? Let's go over the rock. Let's go over that one. Cool stuff. Oh, that was a good impact. It's fun to see what the power steering can do. Oh, big shelf. Oh, look at all the pavers. Rest area. I'm not seeing any signs. Maybe this sign will tell us where we're at. It says the Garber Trailhead. Comes a dirt biker. We're going to get on 627. Oh, this is a little bit new. I don't think we rode this section earlier. That was fun. Nice to have a little bit of breathing room on the edge of the trail now and then. Fun, man. So fun. Some clouds have rolled in, which is kind of nice. The dust is manageable when you don't have beams of light coming through the trees. I did a Grizzly donut. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Good little power slide there. Caught up the case. Oh, I was gonna let you go. Starting to feel pretty dang comfortable on this thing. Really got a feel for it, kind of know what speeds are appropriate for certain sizes of whoops. Working my way through the pack. How's the dust been? Been pretty dusty?
What's that?
I said it has been pretty dusty?
Clean.
Yeah. So this is another staging area called Flat Rocks. This was further up the road. Woo.
We start up here, and we came all the way down to right here.
Oh, I've got this backwards.
Yeah.
So
We're up here.
That's where the rig is parked.
Yep.
And then we've been following the pink road.
Yep, we've been following the main road.
We just rode a ton and we only went that far.
How far down we going?
All the way.
All the way?
No, not all. We don't have enough batteries for that.
All we did today was here. That's it.
That is it. Dude, it's so technical.
Our original loop was this, and then back up. But that took a little too long.
Yeah, I'm on board with what's been decided. It's been good. solid feedback through the power steering. Go this way. We were so close. We are here. I love the limited slip four-wheel drive on here. It doesn't have to be a real like loose surface. You don't get that like jarring or twitching that you'll get with four-wheel drive engaged. Do it! That one right there. Go up that. Right there. Just kidding. Was super fun. We got some awesome photos and video taken. Thank you to those guys for doing the capture. And we are on the final return. And I've had a lot of fun on this Grizzly today. It was interesting to learn about this machine and kind of why it is the way that it is. You know, in a world where everybody's battling for engine displacement and horsepower, this aims for a more refined approach and a more practical approach, because you know, at a place like this we barely got to stretch the legs on these, if at all. So definitely see why this is designed the way that it is, which is to be a practical recreational vehicle. You know, it can do some work around the yard, but at the same time this thing is made to go trail riding. And you know, with the taller ergonomics, that was pretty evident today. We're at 31 miles is what I'm at for the ride today. And when you think about it being terrain like this pretty much the whole time, and I'm not even really fatigued, I'd say that's a testament to its balanced design and everything. So good job, Yamaha. This machine definitely has its limits though. That looks a little tight. As long as you stay within its parameters, it's fun. But I would say ride all day is a very accurate statement for a machine like this. Woo-hoo-hoo! Cool. Camera guy just did a drive-by out the window shot in the van. Hope I'm still on 627 because I have not been looking for signs. Seeing dust, I must be catching up a little bit. I've caught up to Chad from Dirt Obsession. Been making some good ground here. Got sprinkles coming down. This is pretty sweet, actually. So as kind of another final recap, there isn't like a suspension difference between the higher trim levels of the Grizzly that I'm aware of. So, you know, I've been on the, I guess you could say, the standard Grizzly all day, and I definitely see the appeal in it. I mean, the special edition looks super sharp and does come with the bigger tires, bigger wheels. But other than that, I mean, you got the special paint, you know, the power steering's all the same, displacement's the same, clutching, shifting, braking, it's all the same. So I don't know how much more expensive those are. Normally the special editions are about $1,000 more than the standard, but I would probably get a standard one because I would probably want to end up modifying it. So who knows if I would run those special edition wheels, or I guess if the color was epic, then I mean, I'm definitely a color guy. I could see myself going for a special edition because of the color. But the XTR, I'm assuming that costs a bit more than the special edition because it comes equipped with the 2,500 pound Warren winch. So that's another sweet incentive. I'm gonna let them space out a little bit. The storage compartments are cool. I mean, obviously I didn't really use any of them. I had my backpack with me, but I could have utilized them more. And then they make a lot of GYTR accessories for these, like aluminum skid plates. I think they make like boxes for the racks. Probably get the winch through them. So, impressive four-wheeler. And it actually rides really nice with four-wheel drive on. Also, another thing I'd be curious about is if you have a Grizzly 700, what type of mods have you done to yours? Because I have not really researched these because I don't really ride 4x4s, but it could help other people that are looking to maybe do some customization. Whether you're doing exhaust, I don't know if there's people that do clutch work to these. I'm sure people lift them and put even bigger tires on them. Done any handlebar changes, stuff like that. Feel free to leave those comments down below. Also, feel free to comment if you like your Grizzly or if you want one. We're getting close. We are almost done with our epic Rampart Range adventure, and it was awesome. I'm getting tired. So cool to see these big rocks and stuff like this. Just beautiful. Very, very pretty place. And aside from the width, this place doesn't really have a whole lot of technical stuff. I mean, a couple washout and eroded areas where there was a bit of a V in the trail. You just gotta stay centered. You know, a few roots sticking out the side. A couple rocks, like I said, here and there, but fairly easy trail system to ride. It's not like there was like any super steep climbs or just anything that was impassable. So if you're thinking about coming out here, you don't have to be a super experienced rider. You just got to ride within your means. And there it is. I see the rig. So that's gonna officially conclude the end of our adventure today. Grizzly's a good stout unit. Very user-friendly. Very comfortable on it. I was riding pretty fast here towards the end of the ride. Normally I would chill at the end of the ride, but I was just feeling confident. Easy machine to ride. Thank you to all the Yamaha staff. It's a priceless experience. All right.
So before we end today's video, I just wanted to give an extra shout out to everybody that's been supporting us by liking and sharing and commenting on our content, as well as buying parts and merch on our website. And it's your guys' continued support that gives us the opportunities to do these awesome things, and we're just super grateful for that. And until the next video, you guys ride safe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.